I'm going to get into a couple reasons why I absolutely love running stack defenses. I'll also show you a couple slants and blitzes out of the stack look. Now, confusion. The stack defense generates a ton of confusion for the offensive line. I mean, having these kids stacked, offensive linemen are not going to know which gap, this backer's going to blitz. They're not going to know where this tackle's going to go. He could go this way, the backer go this way. This tackle could go out, this backer could go in. It's going to slow down their fire out, and it's going to just generate a ton of confusion. Flexibility. Stack defenses, especially a 3-5 and 4-4, they adjust to pretty much any offensive look the offense will give you. I mean, they could spread the field on you, you could adjust out. Against double tight ends, you got a heavy box. I mean, you got 8 defenders in the box, so you're in good shape versus the run. So it's just a ton of flexibility. You could adjust to pretty much any youth football offense you're going to see. And speed, 5 linebackers in the 3-5, 4 linebackers in the 4-4 stack. So you're going to have a lot of speed on the field. Now you could put your athletes in these positions and allow them to make plays. Send them on blitzes, they're just going to be on the field and making plays. And it's fun. Most of all, it's fun. The parents are going to like watching it, the coach is going to like coaching it, and most importantly, the player is going to love playing in it. Whenever you tell a kid they can blitz, they're going to get excited. When you run a 3-5 or a 4-4, you're going to be blitzing at least 1 or 2 backers every time. So the kids are going to get hyped up for that. And it's just a fun defense to call, and you're just going to frustrate and confuse offenses, so it's fun to watch. So you could really take an offense's heart with these stack looks. Now I want to get into a few simple slants, a couple base calls out of these stack looks. Now, out of the 3-5, you could do something we call indie, which means our tackles, they slant in, and our backers, they slant out. Again, that's very simple blitz. Same thing here, indie, they're going to just come here, backers coming out. Now we have another base call is Oregon, where our tackles, instead of slanting in, guess what? They're slanting out, and then the backer's coming in. Tackle slanting out, backers coming in. Again, that's 2 very basic calls, and it just throws a wrench at the offensive lineman. It's just going to confuse them. It's going to make them see which way he goes, and then have to block him. And so they're losing their get off. They're really losing their first step advantage just because they have to watch. And again, it's very simple to implement and generates a ton of confusion. I mean, we also have an aces blitz where the nose will always slant to the strong side. But when you have a balanced formation like this, 2 tight ends, and say there's no wingbacks, it's balanced, even threats to both sides, you could just have the nose slant right or left, it's your preference. But typically we have the nose on our aces call slant to the tight end, the strong side of the formation. So aces, he slants this way, he comes this way. And there's a lot of outside stuff you can do too. You could run a nice twist or loop. You could slant this tackle down. You could send this outside linebacker through C-gap, and you could actually loop this kid around. Same thing here. You could send this kid down. You could loop this backer in. Same thing here. You could actually slant him out and loop him in. And again, that generates a ton of conflict. I mean, just look at this blitz look. This play right here. Awesome. It's basically an overload blitz to every side. He's not going to know who to block. He's not going to know who to block. He's not going to know who to block. It's just an overload. And again, same thing. You could do an indie with these kids. Indie, 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 send them.